Hey, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. By the way, does anybody have an umbrella? We're out here at Franklin Park, just west of Purcellville, of course, and a summer storm has just rolled through and soaked everything.
Still, we are here. That's how devoted we are.
We are dedicated. Listen, recently we've shared with you a number of questions that we've received from our viewers, of course. And one of the things that we thought we would bring up this week is the conversations that we've had recently with a lot of folks that are trying to sell their properties themselves for sale by owners that we affectionately refer to them, and also other property owners that may have had their home on the market before and unsuccessfully, it didn't go under contract, didn't go to settlement. So we thought we'd share a couple pointers that we've shared with them.
Yes, we noticed we are covering the same points over and over. So we've broken it down to 6 really great reasons to hire a real estate expert.
Yeah, and probably paramount to all those reasons is the fact that we negotiate all the time, right? I mean, we as human beings negotiate with our kids, we negotiate with our spouses, we negotiate with the people at work, but we, the real estate professionals, do this for a living. We've had years of experience of working in sometimes very difficult situations, perhaps situations even that most people would not even consider that could work out, successfully. But we've been able to do so because you just see kind of patterns and techniques within people's negotiations. I often say that negotiation 101 is that everybody wants to half, right? Whether it's the offer price compared to the list price, let's just half the difference with these folks. And that is a very easy technique to work on, but not always real successfully. A second technique that we found very useful is to try to maintain some control of the transaction. There's another, certainly a number of ways that you can do so, but by not giving in initially, by not just responding immediately, many times you gain control in that transaction. So it's not an abuse of control, it's a control of who's kind of calling the shots. And that is a principal, I think, factor within negotiation.
Yes. The second point is targeted marketing. And that's something that we're really proud that we do. Not all real estate agents do this, but we believe looking at the lifestyle that your home offers to a person and trying to target all our energies to attract that person into your home. And that's the idea. It's not a blanket. Everyone will want your street, your neighborhood, your city, your county even. But what we do, other than the professional pictures and the brochures, is really goes beyond that. Who are we sending out targeted social media posts to, emails to? What demographic are we looking at? What cities are they coming from? All of these things we do research into, and that's how we're targeting our marketing.
Yeah, I think many times that we really kind of have an idea of who that buyer is as we're putting the property on the marketplace. Demographics so important. Probably the third biggest advantage to you, the home seller, to allow us to work for you is the time and energy, right? We've talked to a number of people recently that are just not able to get the marketing out, just not able to hold the open houses, just not able to sometimes not even answer the questions of potential buyers. So it's time and energy. I mean, we do this absolutely every single day, are willing to put a system together, if you will, that's been effective, but we are on it all of the time. So certainly the amount of expertise, the amount of time that we've had, if you will, in the saddle doing this kind of allows the homeowner to certainly be there. We still say that they're in charge, they're the boss, but kind of monitor and manage what we're doing on a day-to-day basis.
For sure. The next one is legal protection and compliance. And this is a huge one. There are a lot of legal documents involved in the sale of a home, and that's what we study and do all the time. Trying to do that from no experience is going to be difficult. And if you're relying on a buyer's agent, which we are seeing some for sale by owners, welcoming buyer's agents with their clients, but they don't have any representation. So your buyer and that agent are working together for their best interest, but who's representing you and who has your best interests? And there's a lot of literature in those documents. Fine the fine print, if you will, that real estate agents really know how to explain to you from start to finish so that you're comfortable with the process and you know exactly what you're getting into. Another thing is the disclosure. So the Virginia property disclosure, all these are mandated by the state. If you don't have those, then a lot of times these offers can go away. Same thing with the HOA docs. You want to be protected that you presented them in a timely manner. We make sure all those deadlines are met on your behalf. So that's a huge one, I think.
Yeah, and just, this is a point that you brought up recently as we were talking to a few sellers, that who's preparing the paperwork and the knowledge of the contracts and the system, that's essential as you're going through this. So we provide that opportunity to you. We know these contract forms inside and out. Number 5 has got to be, you will really only be dealing with serious buyers. It's so funny because when that for sale by owner sign goes up, our people are searching Zillow and looking at properties that came off the market that are no longer on the market or working with a real estate agent. It seems to bring those buyers out that are looking for opportunity, right? And they focus many times on the for sale by owner or the expired listing, feeling like that expired listing owner is probably frustrated that their house didn't go under contract, didn't go to settlement, and the for sale by owner is probably ripe for somebody to be taken advantage of. So there's a lot of reasons why that serious buyers will come to your house if you're listed through the system. My belief is that buyers that are prepared, that are motivated, and that really have a lot of, they've dialed into the process, are going to work with a professional real estate agent. And so therefore, you're going to see people that are coming through your home that really are qualified both financially as well as, if you will, motivationally, to come through and actually seriously look at your house as a candidate for purchase.
Yes. The last point is help presenting your home well. And the reason we're doing all of these reasons, and this one as well, is really to get our client the best possible price in the least amount of time. And presenting your house doesn't always go over well sometimes. If you don't know the background of depersonalizing a space, decluttering a space, really giving that potential buyer the experience of what your home can really be like for them, then you're missing out on huge opportunities there. And that's where, our expertise comes in to assist home sellers to make sure their home presents well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as always, we really hope the information that we bring to you each week is valuable. And certainly we want to just stress to you that, certainly the for sale by owners and the expired listings that are there that are trying to sell the properties themselves have an opportunity, and we do hear that they're successful on occasion, but they are far outnumbered by the number of properties that go to settlement through the multiple listing service and are used professional realtors like Denise and myself.
Yes. So if you need help, if you're thinking of selling your home, please reach out. We would love to speak with you. We have all our contact information below, so reach out anytime.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week. And again, there's a lot happening here in this summer marketplace. It is not a dead market. It is actually very active. So we'll bring you that news next week.
All right. Till next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.